After being on the road trip, it's nice to spend this portion of the 4th of July holiday here at Citizens Bank Park. It's turned out to be a gorgeous night for baseball. Yeah, the Buccos are in town to get set for a 4-game series. John Kruk did have a lot of numbers. Look, 19 and 29. It's the Phils and the Pirates. All right, so we talk about being home. Take a look what the Phillies have. Their next 25 games, 17 are at home, including the 4 here against the Pirates and then the 3 against the San Diego Padres. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ben Davis. I don't know where he was, but we found him. All right, so tonight, Aaron Nola will take the mound for the Phillies. I don't know where he was the last year and a half, but he's really been good over these last handful of games since coming back off the disabled list.
Yeah, he had that back injury, but what I've liked about him, and we always talk about command. We talk about it till we're blue in the face, but his fastball command has been really, really good. With the exception of getting hit really by just one pitch and a couple outings, he has been dealing. The changeup has come a long way. The hook, well, that's there, but that's the pitch right there, that good hard fastball down and away to righties, and he's able to front door to lefties like you just saw there as well.
Well, and he's talked about the development of his changeup, how important that has been during the course of the 2017 season. A pitcher can get through a few starts with only 2 pitches, but when he has 3, it certainly works. Now, Ivan Nova, it's a little different story. Most of what he throws is that sinker, which has been so devastating.
Yeah, he'll throw that about 71% of the time, but he also mixes in a curveball about 20% of the time. So he's predominantly a 2-pitch pitcher, but he will keep the ball on the ground. He's really a throwback. He will pitch to contact, he will stay late in ball games, and he has been really good for the Pirates this season.
Well, that was the last start against the Phillies in Pittsburgh earlier this season. 19 of the 27 outs that he recorded were on the ground. In 3 starts against the Phils in his career, 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA. And Clint Hurdle said he has been a great example for this entire rotation because he gets it and fires it and throws strikes. So it will be Nova against Nola. For Nova, his 17th start of the year. For Aaron Nola, it'll be his 12th start of the season. Speaking of starters, that's right, Daniel Nava back in the starting lineup, leading things off for the Phillies. Odubel Herrera, he's also in the lineup, but he's down a little bit. Lineups at first pitch when we get back. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Game of Thrones night here at Citizens Bank Park, and he is hoping that he's going to sit upon the throne as we get set for this game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's game 1 of this 4-game series. Let us take a look at the Pirates lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Adam Frazier leads it off in left field tonight. Josh Harrison is the lone all-star representative for the Pirates. And Andrew McCutchen will bat third. He has had a red-hot month of June, and he was the National League Player of the Month for the month of June. And they will face the right-hander Aaron Nola. Nola 5-5 on the year with an ERA of just over 4.13. Some of his numbers are kind of misleading because it's been his recent starts since coming off the disabled list where he's really figured some things out.
He sure has, and it just seems like the one pitch has gotten him in a couple of those starts, but I've really liked what I've seen out of him since he came back from that back injury. Fastball's been very good. It'll sit about 92. The change, the curve, changeup is the pitch that has come an awful long way for Aaron. Career versus the Buccos, not too good, but hopefully he can remedy that tonight.
Let's take a look at our Liberty Mutual profile on Aaron Nola out of LSU and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He is zeroing in on his 2-year anniversary since becoming a major league pitcher on July 21st, 2015. All right, so Nola's ready to go. So is Adam Frazier. Frazier, who is playing left field tonight for the Pirates, hitting .275 with 3 home runs, 28 runs batted in. He had a pretty good series against the Phillies when the Phils were in Pittsburgh back in May. Had 5 hits during that series. And the first pitch of the night is just a bit outside. We are underway. Nola, when he faced the Pirates back in May, went 7 innings, allowed 4 hits and 1 earned run. 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He got a couple big double plays in that outing. I remember one off the bat of John Jaso on a changeup with the bases loaded.
You're surprised Jaso isn't playing tonight. He has been red hot for the Pirates. Well, he's one of the bats off the bench tonight for Clint Hurdle. There's the changeup Ben talked about, 84 miles an hour, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. It'll be Frazier, Josh Harrison, and Andrew McCutchen for the Pirates. Well, he's missing up and away in that same spot, not only with his fastballs, but also with his changeup. There's Harrison.
Yeah, the arm just not catching up. When a righty misses up and away arm side, he's just not getting the chance to get back on top of the baseball.
Just missed off the outer edge. Well, they're close pitches, but they look like they're a hair off the plate. And a leadoff walk here in the first, and that will bring Josh Harrison to the plate. Time now for our State Farm combo, and we lean on Josh Harrison and Andrew McCutchen. Last 16 road games for Harrison, 344. Last 12 games overall for McCutchen, 447. State Farm here to help life go right. Harrison making his second All-Star appearance. Yeah, that one is right down the middle of the plate. Looked like Harrison was taken all the way, and it's 0-1. There's Andrew McCutchen waiting on deck. Teams wearing their bicentennial uniforms once again. A little patriotic flair.
For the Phillies, this is the 13th jersey that they have worn this season. There'll be 16 different total jerseys that they will have worn, including spring training. And it's also the 9th hat of 11 different hats that they're going to wear.
Breaking ball hit foul, 0-2. Major League Baseball certainly has capitalized on all the different celebrations throughout the course of a baseball season. I like the way the pinstripes look, though, with the red, white, and blue.
Awesome.
Pirates have totally discarded their black and gold for this look. No balls, 2 strikes to Harrison. Pirates come into this game 37-45. They're 6 games out in the National League Central. Do they have a chance? Well, I guess everybody has a chance, but they're 8 games under 500, but only 6 games out. Swing and a miss. He got him with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Time now for our Nissan keys to the game. Ben, you've had about 2.5 weeks to figure these out.
Well, first and foremost, I'm going with the offense tonight. Swing at your strike. Nova's going to give you a ton of strikes. Just make sure it's up in zone and one that you like. Don't swing in his pitch. And Aaron Nola, keep lefties honest inside, but continue to use that changeup down and away.
All right, well, we'll follow those. What did you think about those, like last Wednesday?
When I was cleaning the garage.
Which seems to be a common everyday occurrence at your house. All right, McCutchen now the batter, 282 on the year, 14 home runs. And he delivers the first pitch low. Andrew McCutchen has had good numbers here at Citizens Bank Park. In fact, he's hit safely in his last 12 games here at Philadelphia. Curveball whacked foul over the first base dugout, and it's 1-1.
A good swing there by McCutchen. A much different swing than what we saw earlier this season in Pittsburgh. McCutchen pulling off pitches.
Yeah, Clint Hurdle said he is a different player. Try to use more of center field and right field a little bit more over the last several weeks. Another throw over. McCutchen 1 for 5 against Aaron Nola. Aaron is really concerned about Frazier, who has 5 steals in 9 attempts. Trying to keep him from getting into scoring position.
He is getting a pretty good secondary lead out there, I will say that.
There he goes. Curveball swung on and missed, and Rupp can't hang on to the baseball. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to McCutchen. So stolen base number 6 for Adam Frazier.
It's a good jump, but what the problem for Cameron Rupp here is it's a breaking ball. So he's got to stay back, make sure he doesn't get catcher's interference. So he's got to wait on that baseball, wait for it to get there. Just not able to get it transferred easily.
And a strike 3 called. Man, that was a delayed call by Jeff Fairchild. And 2 outs. We'll take a look at our pitch cast presented by Mazda. 1-1000, 2-1000.
Well, Kutch didn't say anything. Obviously thought it was inside, otherwise he would have swung at it, but very delayed. Strike 3 call there by Chad Fairchild.
2 outs, and here's Josh Bell. Bell hitting .230 with 15 home runs, 38 runs batted in. He's kind of figured some things out. His 15 home runs before the All-Star break ties him with Ralph Kiner for the most by a Pirates rookie before the break. It's pretty good company to share a spot with.
Anytime you're mentioning the same sentence as Ralph Kiner means you're doing something right.
1 ball and no strikes. He just took a close pitch. pulls it out toward right field, but right at Nick Williams. Side is retired. It's a 14-pitch first inning for Aaron Nola. No runs, no hits, and one man left. Start the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at that Phillies lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. So Nava leads off, and then you spin all the way down to the number 7 spot. That's where Odubel Herrera is batting tonight. He has been leading off most of the time, while Cesar Hernandez is on the disabled list. Odubel batting .250 coming into this game, but excellent numbers in his career against the Pirates. Here's Ivan Nova. Nova's 8-5 with a 3.08 earned run average. He cannot begin the bottom of the first because his first baseman is about to run right past him. There he goes. Here's the scouting report on Nova.
About 93. He'll sit, change curve, but predominantly fastball curveball. It just throws that change up 8% of the time. But the walks per 9 innings, second in the NL, 1.08. Excellent control.
So here's Daniel Nava. Nava 4 for 7 in the series against the Mets. Hitting .300 with 3 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Well, there it is, 91 miles an hour. When he was with the Yankees, he would be mid-90s, but he's a different pitcher now. And his ERA shows that. His ERA with the Pirates is 3.08, which is exactly what it is this season. He's been in that neighborhood for 2 years, or for a little more than a year. 1 ball and 1 strike. Should say a little less than a year. He was traded on August 1st to the Pirates.
That's a good sign right there. If he does not get that pitch, Phillies could be in business.
There's a looper out toward right center. That'll drop for a base hit for Nava.
There goes the perfect game, Tom.
Now it gets it right out of the mind of everybody when they get a hit in the first inning with the first hitter.
And that was a worse pitch than the pitch he saw before, but he goes down and gets it, stays through it. Little lob in the center field.
How about the last time he faced the Phillies? He threw 52 sinkers. 52. That was more than half the pitches that he threw. And think about it, the Phils didn't get a hit until the 5th inning the last time. That was the Maikel Franco double. Freddie Galvis is now the hitter, and Freddie slams one to deep right field. Forget about it. It is gone. The new Papa hits a home run for his little girl Anna.
Going to get you some, Freddie. Boy, that was a no-doubter off the bat. You got that dad strength. You take a look at Nicole.
his little girl Nicole. His wife, his name is Anna. Born earlier, 7 pounds 19 inches.
5:30 this morning.
And Freddie was back at it early today. Look at this swing.
Oh, he's been hot since been moving back to that 2-hole. He has been hot as a firecracker.
He's hit well over 300. Here's Maikel Franco, and Franco chops one foul. And with that home run, Freddie has won $200 for Michelle Arrigo of Philadelphia in the McDonald's home run jackpot. Nice going, Freddie.
Good luck, Michelle. Way to go, Michelle.
Freddie said that little Nicole and his wife Anna are doing great. That is good to hear. Congratulations. 417 feet. The Phils on top 2-0. And a breaking ball, 1-2. Off the hands, up the third base line. And I guess that got a piece of Maikel Franco's toe. Cervelli's saying no, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I was wondering how that ball did not hook foul.
Maikel was 1 for 12 in the series against the Mets. And that ball off the chest protector of Cervelli, who is just back today after being on the disabled list with a concussion. It was the second time he was put on the DL for the concussion. Another one in the dirt. 3-2.
Some short ones there.
That one is a rocket into left field. Well, let's face it, the story's a little different today compared to the last time the Phillies faced Nova.
Making him elevate the baseball. The exception of Daniel Nava to lead off the game. I mean, this pitch is a sinker. You see Cervelli line up there, but that ball's up in the middle of the plate. Ball's tattooed to left field. Good swing. Level swing. How his shoulders stayed level throughout the course of that swing, and ball's blistered in the left field. You clear the hips, the hands will follow.
Tommy Joseph, 14 home runs, 42 runs batted in. And the first pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Tommy was 6 for 32 on the road trip, and he finished with 4 hits and the 4 RBI game against the Mets. Yeah, the dirt, 2-0.
What was the estimated distance on that ball he hit yesterday?
Oh, yesterday? We didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No, Saturday night.
Super far.
Super far. Now Cervelli's going out to talk to Nova. How good has Nova been? He's gone at least 7 innings 8 times this year, and at least 6 innings in all but his last start. Clint Hurdle was saying that he is a great role model for the young pitchers to watch because he works ahead and he pounds the strike zone, and that benefits everyone. Two balls, no strikes to Joseph. The ball sizzling into the crowd. Everybody looks to be okay. Youngster came up with it. Ground ball to shortstop. That might be 2. Easy flip to second, and Harrison is able to turn it. 6-4-3. And 2 away here in the first after Freddie Galvis' home run. Freddie has a lot of not only Anna's family, but his family that are here, getting a chance to enjoy the birth of his second child. He was all smiles today, as you can imagine. Nick Williams, the hitter. And Williams foul tips the first one. It's 0-1. Up the first base side. Nova can't get to it, but it's flipped to him in time to beat the hustling Williams. 3-1 on the putout. However, the Phillies have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Yep, the proud Papa hits one 417 feet. He didn't get much sleep, but he's certainly on a high right now. In fact, he's been on a high all day long. Getting a chance to go back to the All-Star game.
That's quite an impressive assortment of pitchers there. Man.
See that name 4 down on the left-hand side? Kershaw, Scherzer, Ray, and Greinke. You know, Pat is a big baseball card collector.
Yes.
And that's the one autograph that he is actively going to be seeking when he's at the All-Star game. David Freese will lead things off. Murph, he looked like he was in a pretty good mood today when he talked to you.
Yeah, certainly he was. He's a great guy to talk to regardless, Pat is. And you know what I liked most about the conversation that we had, we were just talking off camera, and I said, you know, it's the kind of event that you probably would go to anyway. I mean, he is such a fan of the game of baseball, a fan of the history of the game of baseball, and a fan of other players around the league. You talked about his autograph collection. He enjoys all of that stuff. And he said, you know, I've gone to different fan fests before when I wasn't involved in the All-Star game. He said it is something that he enjoys doing, and he's going to share it with his son, who's 3.5 now. He thinks he'll be able to understand a little bit of what's happening. He's going to come to the Home Run Derby with them and enjoy that. So he's really looking forward to representing the Phillies down there in Miami, and certainly well-deserved. He has been terrific for the Phils out of the bullpen this season.
He really has, and I think we all anticipated just a couple weeks ago that he would be the lone representative.
Number 25, right fielder,
What a great honor. Here's Gregory Polanco with 1 man down after Galvis takes care of the leadoff hitter David Freese. Polanco 246 with 6 home runs and 20 runs batted in. The inside corner that ran back nicely, and it's 0-1. Polanco 1 for 3 against Aaron Nola.
Good spot there.
It's an excellent spot. Must have been a bit inside.
Keep throwing until Polanco stops flinching at it.
One and two. 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Polanco was 4 for 12 this past weekend in the series against the Giants. Out towards center field, Odubel Herrera is there. And there are 2 outs. And that'll bring Francisco Cervelli to the plate. Cervelli was just activated today. Actually, he's been on the disabled list a couple different times because of concussion issues. Hitting .250 with 3 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Well, I think Nola's found his arm slot, which a couple times in the first inning it looked like it had eluded him.
He's never been an over-the-top guy, but he's getting back on top of the baseball. Still throw that angle with keeping your hand on top. That's what Pat Neshek, what makes his delivery so unique is that arm angle, that slot that he has, but yet he still stays on top with his hand.
One and two. Pirates are, as a team, hitting .243, which is 23rd in all of Major League Baseball. Like the Phillies, they're toward the bottom in home runs. They've hit 79. The Phillies have, thanks to the Freddie Galvis home run tonight, have hit 79. They've had some tough losses, including yesterday against the Giants. They led that game going into the 7th inning. Pirates are 6.5 games back after the Brewers win today. They won 8-1 over the Orioles. Poor Orioles. And now the 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Oh, that was a good one. He really slowed it up. 3 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. So nothing across for the Pirates. They're retired in order. And this was a very effective inning for Aaron Nola. He had this pitch working, including to Cervelli to wrap up the second. Official MLB.com Home Run Derby game on the App Store and Google Play. Swing for the fences against more than 10 million players from all around the world is your favorite Derby All-Star. Download Home Run Derby for free today. Well, those folks need a little sunblock as they watch the first few innings of tonight's game. Andres Blanco will lead things off. It'll be Blanco, Odubel Herrera, and Cameron Rupp against Ivan Nova, who's given up a home run tonight. Nova threw 17 pitches in the first inning, which is well above his norm. He averages just over 13, which is tops in all of Major League Baseball for the least amount of pitches for a starting pitcher. Andres just looked up at the Game of Thrones picture of himself.
I'm trying not to laugh.
And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andres, that is what you're going to look like in about 10 years. Full beard. See, he's starting the beard right now.
I just shaved mine off today.
You shaved today?
I did.
Huh. In the dirt, 2-2. That'll be foul over the tarp down the left field line. Blanco playing second base tonight. Ty Kelly's been playing the last several days up in New York. Kelly had a couple big hits up in New York. There's Odubel Herrera, who's waiting on deck. Bouncing ball right side. And Nova's there to cover. Well, here are the All-Star Game starters for both the American League and National League. Justin Smoak has a career high in home runs already at this point for the Toronto Blue Jays. There's a great picture of Altuve and Aaron Judge yesterday in Houston that's been circulated all around the country. It's a beauty. In the National League, not a surprise that Ryan Zimmerman gets the nod at first base, Daniel Murphy at second. Nolan Arenado, though, overtook Chris Bryant at third base. And as it turns out, there's only one Cub that's currently on the All-Star team. They're the defending world champs.
Early on in that, the balloting, I mean, it was just Cub after Cub.
They're at 500 right now.
I will say that American League lineup is very imposing.
Don't even look at it, Ben. Don't even look at it.
Man alive.
It's all about the pitcher, Ben.
It better be.
Throw Kershaw out there for 7 or 8 innings, you'll be fine. 1 ball, no strikes to Odubel. And he takes a strike, 1-1. Pirates acquired Nova last year for 2 different minor leaguers. Stephen Tarpley, who's a pitcher. He's only appeared in a few games this year in the Yankees organization. And Tito Polo, who was hitting .302 combined between 2 levels with the Yankees and 5 home runs. Yankees traded a lot of guys away last year and brought in a ton of prospects, many of whom are helping them this season. Change up, and it's whacked out to right field, and they'll drop for a base hit. So Odubel's aboard with a 1-out single. The reserves in the National League. Yadier Molina, some people are surprised that he made it. Cody Bellinger, the rookie, nobody's surprised that he made it. They're surprised by the way he has played. It's been unbelievable. Michael Conforto, the only Met to make this year's team. And Ender Inciarte hitting over 300 for the Atlanta Braves. And we mentioned Josh Harrison from the Pirates. He's their representative. Giancarlo and Goldschmidt coming off the bench.
Pretty good reserves right there.
Cameron Rupp hitting .209 with 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. And he taps it foul. Off the hands, blooped out towards center, and Harrison will run it down. And Odubel's able to get back. 2 outs, and Aaron Nola will be the hitter. Nola hitting under 100. He is 1 for 18.
Not quite sure about that throw over. 2 outs, the pitcher up. I don't think Odubel's going anywhere.
Ball, no strikes to Nola.
It's a free and easy 94, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, he certainly has changed, and he's always had a good win-loss record. I mean, he's 66 and 46, 13 and 7 with the Pirates. But he has really benefited with this change of scenery from the Yankees to the Pirates.
Not to mention, it is a much better ballpark to pitch in.
1 ball, 1 strike to Nola. Off the plate, and Nova will throw out Nola for the last out. 1-3 on the putout, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left for the Phillies. We've played 2. Phillies are on top of the Pirates, 2-0. Go to the fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, Ben, the question is, what Phillies pitcher did Andrew McCutchen hit an inside the park home run off in 2014? Answer will be revealed a little later on. City Hall looks kind of quiet. There's a bus and a couple of cars, and that's it. Nola made the last out, and now he'll face Jordy Mercer, Ivan Nova, and Adam Frazier with a 2-0 lead.
I like the trivia question yesterday when it was a two-part question about who managed the Mets in 1993.
Right.
I like how you threw in then Jeff Torborg, how you had to just happily throw in there that he was a great Garden State native. Went to Rutgers University.
He did.
He just had to throw that in there, didn't he?
Well, I mean, if he's from the great Garden State and he plays Major League Baseball and manages Major League Baseball, you throw it in there.
I would like to point out
Tom Kelly, the former manager of the Twins from the great Garden State, I would throw that in there too.
But yesterday you said from the Garden State, not the great Garden State. Just wanted to point that out.
Well, there's been some issues the last couple of days.
Yes, there have been.
Jordy Mercer will lead it off for the Pirates. Mercer hitting .265 with 8 home runs and 31 runs batted in. And Nola delivers a strike. It's 0-1. Mercer's average has dipped, as you can see, over the last 10 games. But he has really torn up the National League East. Hitting .355 against them. In fact, the Pirates, they're disappointed that this 4-game series is it against the NL East until the last weekend of the season. Because they're 16-10 against the National League East so far this year.
Like Mercer tried to duck into that one.
You see his numbers over the last 10 days?
Be nice, Tom.
That is a good spot. There's some umpires that'll give Nola that pitch. Now, it was probably off the plate just a hair. Boy,
I know that did
really
not
close.
That did not benefit the Phillies, but in my opinion, that's a pitch that has to get called. It has to.
Hit sharply to second. To his left is Blanco, and he can't hang on.
You can see that developing. Just letting that ball get way too deep on him. Just didn't have his hands out in front enough.
So that's an E4. Second error for Andres Blanco. And now Nova, who is 1 for 32, but has 6 sacrifice bunts. Same spot, and it's now 2-0.
Were you out watching the Phillies pitchers bunt today off the machine?
I watched them the other day. Yeah, I did watch it for a few minutes today.
It was it was cooking in there. It had to be. I mean, the reaction time was. And Larry had those guys out there bunting, and that machine had to be, what do you say, 45 feet?
It's not far.
It was coming in there
But
quickly.
They really have to be better at it because they've struggled so much this year. 2-1. Here we go. Jeremy Hellickson, Mickey Morandidi's feeding the machine.
Look how quickly it's getting in there. It's like, boom.
It's a sinker too going in.
Yeah, has some life.
Nova bunts at it, and it's 2-2. tried to bunt a curveball, and he bunted it into the screen. He's down on strikes.
It's hard to bunt when your tail's going back towards the third base dugout.
He was bailing, wasn't he? That is 4 strikeouts now for Nola. Saturday, July 29th, after the Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves. Stick around for Grammy-nominated singer Hunter Hayes. You buy a ticket to the game, you get a concert afterward. One price. Tickets are on sale now by going to Phillies.com/Hunter Hayes.
My daughter Finley has already made it clear that she would like to attend that concert.
I don't know. That's kind of late, Ben.
Summertime.
Frazier walked his first time up. Gets this one out toward left center field. Odubel says he has it. Two outs.
Amazing what that error can do to make your pitcher throw that many more pitches.
Yeah, fortunately for the Phillies, Nola has been around the strike zone, so he's not overly burdened at this point.
But still, he would have attacked Nova a lot differently.
No question.
And that fly ball to center field would be the third out.
Harrison struck out his first time up. Curveball hit in the air to left field. Nola's going, or no, Nava's going back on it. Nola got Nova earlier and then gets the fly ball to Nava.
Who will
the
lead
inning
off?
is over. Daniel Nava will lead it off when we get back. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by McDonald's, introducing the new signature crafted recipes at McDonald's. I'm loving it. Well, there's a pretty long line to sit in the Iron Throne.
That's amazing. How many people are waiting?
It's a very popular show.
Very popular throne.
Yeah, very popular throne. Sun's blasting off it. It's all part of Game of Thrones night here at Citizens Bank Park, which has sold a lot of extra tickets. And the pictures that have been up on the board in previous innings, and they'll mix them in as the night goes on, have been pretty sharp. Here is Daniel Nava to lead it off. He singled his first time up. Nava hitting .306 now with that base hit. He has 5 hits and 16 at bats against Ivan Nova.
Pete said he wanted to keep him in the lineup. He was going to give Aaron Altherr a day off, but the way Daniel Nava's been swinging the bat so well at the top of that lineup.
I think Pete's realistic to also that, you know, he could play him for a couple days, give him a day off or two, which is what he did on the road trip, and then slide him back in there again. I think John said this yesterday. I think he's right. You know, there's just a different energy with him at the leadoff spot. You know, taking some more pitches, grinding out some at bats. Now, he's not your prototypical leadoff hitter, but then again, in this day and age in baseball, there are very few prototypical leadoff hitters.
There's also very few two-hole hitters. You see Aaron Judge in the two-hole, a man that's that large, batting second.
Size does not matter.
No, it doesn't. But you think of a two-hole hitter like a Howie Kendrick that can hit to all fields.
You're
yes,
right.
Aaron Judge can do that. But Chris Bryant, another one. No, big third baseman, big bopper.
It's 2-2. Phillies' normal leadoff hitter Cesar Hernandez is making progress trying to get back from the oblique. Just talking to Cesar today. He's hopefully going to do more than take dry swings from the left side and the right side of the next day or two. He took ground balls again today. Inside. Pulled toward the right side, flagged down by Bell, and that is the third 3-1 putout of the game so far. Well, Freddie Galvis provided us with our Toyota turning point in the first inning.
You're looking to hit early in the count, gets a sinker up in the zone, and he did not miss it. The crowd popping for the second time. His daughter being born this morning at 5:30 a.m. Good swing. That is your Toyota turning point.
Home run was his 8th of the year. He now has 33 runs batted in. His average has popped up over 250. And he takes away 1-0.
Very surprised Cervelli sits so far off the plate with Nova because of that sinker. Usually sinker ballers are guys that throw to a spot, and you just let basically his sink just take care of it. A little more on the plate this time, but if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate like that. So if he's throwing to a spot that is already off the plate, then it's even going to continue more off the plate. These are those guys that sit down the middle, go ahead and bring it to me.
And Galvis bunts it toward the third base side. Nova throws it low and it eats up Bell. Freddie Galvis did not make a turn, so he'll be safe at first.
I know Freese has given him that line right there, but just went up top his first at bat. 2-run homer. Gets into a 3-1 count and lays down a bunt. You know, if you think 100% yes, I can do it, but a good throw here has Freddie. It works out for the Phillies.
It's been scored a base hit for Freddie Galvis, so he's 2 for 2. And Maikel Franco, who singled his first time up. Phillies now have 5 hits tonight. And that is a bullet out to left field. Gone! Just over the fence. Lightning quick, a 2-run home run. And the Phillies lead it 4-0.
Kick mule. You didn't even have time to make a home run call there, T-Mac. It was a bullet. And that goes back to the keys of the game. Looking for your strike, not for a strike, because Nova doesn't walk anybody, so look for your pitch up in the zone. That ball was well elevated, and Michael does not miss it. Ball just above the belt, and those sinkers that are belt high, they will get out in a hurry.
Watch where this lands. Right off the top of the fence behind the flower bed.
Doesn't matter, Michael. They all count the save.
Well, 11 home runs, 42 runs batted in for Michael. I got a piece of one of those guys' hands. Pete said when talking about Michael batting third today, he said, honestly, it's just a gut. Frazier in left center field. He floats over to make the catch. He said the way the lineup was structured today with no Aaron Altair, he said, I was going to put Nick Williams there. He said, but then I decided not to burden him with such a pivotal spot in the lineup. Let him bat fifth or sixth until he continues to get comfortable. He said he wanted to put Odubel down in the lineup because he didn't feel like his swings were anywhere near where they've been or should be. So it was Michael who got the nod. And it pays off. He's 2 for 2. Williams pulls it foul, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Got in on him. Out towards short. Mercer's up with it. Throws to first in time. 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Michael Franco. Phils have 2 2-run home runs tonight. It's a pretty nice swing. That ball got out of here in a hurry. We'll head to the 4th. It's 4-0 Phillies. And the Hahn Now program has you covered. Hahn Furniture provides a beautiful option for every part of your office, and WB Mason provides it all at amazingly low prices. All in service means you don't have to lift a finger. Who but WB Mason? Here's Andrew McCutcheon. He went down looking his first time up. Phillies have gotten 2 2-run home runs tonight. One from Freddie Galvis in the first, And another one for Maikel Franco in the third. Inside, 1-1. McCutcheon, who was the player of the month for the month of June, had a fantastic month. He's raised his average to 282. On base percentage was .505. And he has now been named player of the month 5 times in his Pirates career, one more than Bobby Bonilla and Barry Bonds, and then 2 more than Willie Stargell and Roberto Clemente. That's a pretty nice group to be associated with.
You think? Those names.
Some of the greatest Pirates of all time. Odubel Herrera circles in, makes the catch, and 1 out. And that'll bring Josh Bell to the plate. McCutcheon, as we talked about yesterday, will stay in center field when Starling Marte comes back later on this month from his suspension. He's rehabbing. Was 0 for 3 in his first rehab game. Still gives them an outstanding outfield, even if he's not in center and McCutcheon stays there. And the pitch to Josh Bell, off the hands, out toward left. Boy, he is a strong kid. I mean, look how far that ball went. 2 outs. Phils fans got a busy week ahead. No problem. Catch every CSN game with the NBC Sports app. Download now to keep up with all your favorite Philly teams.
You can watch and listen while cleaning the garage.
Over and over and over again. It must be a big garage.
We just moved and everything was in the garage.
Yeah, but every day we talked to you, you were cleaning the garage.
There's a lot of stuff in there, Tom.
David Freese takes a strike. Freese has had a couple days off the last handful of games. Clint Hurdle said that he's just giving him a chance to unplug because he's been cool recently. It was a good pickup for them last year.
It's such a good 0-2 effective pitch for the simple fact that we take a look at the pitch cast presented by Mazda, because he missed off the plate. He didn't run that ball back on the plate, you know, where it could have been hurt.
It's a curveball foul toward the on deck circle. Yeah, and a lot of times on that pitch you will get the opposing player to swing at it, and whether it be swing or miss or ground it somewhere or hit it weakly in the outfield. See the comparisons between Nova and Nola.
This would be a great time for a changeup down in the way in that same vicinity. Went after him with 2 breaking balls, so if he sees something come out of his hand straight, he's going to automatically think it's going to be a fastball, and then it's going to be 10 miles an hour slower than that heater. Going to get him way out in front. Maybe a swing and miss, or even a smothered piece to the left side.
Oh, he went with a fastball. Aaron Nola, his average against fastballs has gotten better as the season's gone on, as his command has gotten better. Over to shortstop, Galvis to his left. And in time to get Freeze. So Aaron Nola has gone through 4 innings without allowing a base hit. We have played 3.5. We're on to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0 Phils. Your favorite model today, Toyota. Let's go places. Phillies on top 4-0 as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. On what has turned out to be a beautiful Monday night as we roll into the 4th of July tomorrow. Day baseball tomorrow, 4:05 first pitch here at Citizens Bank Park. Gives everybody a chance to enjoy some fireworks after they head home. Andres Blanco will lead it off. It'll be Blanco, Herrera, and Cameron Rupp against Ivan Nova. Ivan Nova, who's been so good for the Pirates, particularly against the National League East this year, 5-0 with an ERA of 1.72 against the NL East. Blanco fouls it off the third base line. As Freeze gives it a peek. I mean, look where he is. 13th in ground ball fly ball ratio. Ground ball percentage is 48.3, which is 15th. He's 5th in the amount of ground balls that he's allowed this year. Clayton Richard is first with 196. Ivan Nova has gotten 166 ground balls.
Trust your defense.
Out toward left. Ed Frazier. It makes the catch for out number 1. Over the career, the distribution of outs, you know, it is similar. 46% balls on the grounds. He's a little higher this year. Strikeout percentage, you know, he tried to be a strikeout pitcher when he was with the Yankees.
Do a nice base hit his last time up. Was able to clear the spot of Aaron Nola. And take a look at this base hit, and you'll see that he is a bit out in front, but you can still do some damage if you keep your hands back. Able to stay through it. Was the body out there? Yes. but he was able to keep his hands back. It's at every level. I was out hitting with my son today, and he was upset. He pulled a ball to the right side. He's a left-hander, and I said, well, you were out in front, but what did you do well? He said, I kept my hands back. I said, as long as you do that, you can still have a productive at bat.
Shallow left field. Frazier comes sprinting in over toward the line. And makes the catch. 2 outs. Cam popped out to shallow center his first time to the plate. Little low, 1-0.
Change up there, 85 miles an hour. See Cam way out in front of this one.
And a tapper moves the count to 1-2. There's Aaron Nola waiting on deck. This will not be the case tonight, but Nova had a quality start in 12 of his 17 outings this year. And obviously, since he's allowed 4 runs already tonight, he's not going to get to that point this evening. But that's 71% of the time he's going to have a quality start. And that is 4th best in the National League. The leader of the pack is Max Scherzer. And then Kershaw and Gio Gonzalez. Cervelli's all over the place behind the dish.
He's spiking a lot of these breaking balls.
High chopper to third. Big hop for David Freese. Phillies go down in order, and they're half of the 4th inning. We've completed our first 4. Sun is setting. We'll move to the 5th. protection they deserve. A State Farm agent is here to help with the right home and auto coverage. And discounts, too. Talk to a Philadelphia area State Farm agent or call 800-STATE-FARM. Well, with Ben Davis and Greg Murphy, I'm Tom McCarthy. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Aaron Nola will face Gregory Polanco, Francisco Cervelli, and Jordy Mercer. With a 4-0 lead, Phillies have two 2-run home runs for Ivan Nova, the 12th and 13th homers he's allowed this year. The 4th game in which he's allowed multi-home runs. Time for our cold hard fact. Here's Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom. It is time for the cold hard fact presented by Clean Crisp Coors Light, and we're looking at the lowest ERA since June 15th, and they're the Phils. The Phils starters looking pretty good, 3.53 since June the 15th. That's good for 6th in all of baseball. You know, talking about quality starts as well, Tom, but 10 of the last 14 starts for the starters for the Phils have been quality starts. So they have turned a little bit of a corner, pitching a little bit better and deeper into games, which has been important to help out that bullpen as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're averaging 6 1/3, just under 6 1/3 innings per outing since the 15th of June. I mean, that is way better than it's been. And hopefully that just keeps continuing. 1 ball and 1 strike to Polanco. I think that says something, though, in those 16 games. I mean, that's all of Major League Baseball.
That's all you can ask out of your starting pitchers, though. Keep you in ball games. How deep can you go?
Foul ball, and it's 1-2. Should say foul tip. That was caught by Cameron Rupp.
You know, Tom, I was looking at those games, and the one thing that did surprise me a little bit in those 16 games, only 6 wins for the Phils. So, you know, it hasn't translated into wins as much as you would think when you're talking about 10 of 14 quality starts. Just 6 wins in those 16 games.
Ground ball, right side. Polanco has it, throws him out.
Excellent play. I know he wanted to make up for his error early on in the ball game, but he does it right here. He smothers it, and it bounces right back up to him. Good first step, good crossover step. Corrals it, gets up and fires a bullet to Tommy Joseph. Very fortunate bounce there for Andres. Good whereabouts, know exactly where you are on the diamond.
Good strong throw. So 1 away, and here's Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli struck out his first time up. Wow, that pitch right there. No balls and 1 strike. Cervelli takes another breaking ball. This one inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. What Murph was saying too about the starters record and the amount of wins overall. You know, it's sort of the ebbs and flows of the season. The starters were struggling early. Now it's the bullpen that's really struggling, particularly late in games, and that's partly, Murph, why the Phillies starters are 4-4 during that stretch you were talking about.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating. It's almost like your golf game. You're driving the ball well and you can't putt, and that seems to be where the Phils are right now in this season. But you know, I think you've seen a lot of good come out of the starters over the last couple of weeks. You know, and they are young guys. Most of them, you know, with the exception of Jeremy Hellickson, these are young guys trying to figure out their way in the big leagues. And I think we've seen some giant steps from a couple of them.
Freddie Galvis takes care of Cervelli, so 2 outs, and now Jordy Mercer's coming up.
I didn't mean your golf game, by the way. I meant golf games in general.
I was a little astounded, but then you described my golf game perfectly.
I think I described all of our golf games.
'93 right on the edge, and it's 0-1. That one's pulled just past Maikel Franco. And it's the first hit of the night for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It'll wind up being a double for Jordy Mercer.
Phillies fans acknowledging that fact. I think this is a play Maikel would like to have back. First step wasn't the quickest here.
Wow, right off the edge of his glove.
Yeah.
So Ivan Nova's the batter with 2 men down. And it's 0-1. Now this is the longest that Aaron Nola's gone without allowing a base hit, 4 2/3. The previous high was 3 1/3 against San Diego in August of 2015. Let's see if he can put Nova away quickly and get the Phillies back up there in the bottom of the 5th.
See the finish he has on that fastball? It's just a completely different finish than what he had in the beginning of the season. It's almost like he's reaching out and placing the ball in Cameron Rupp's mitt. And I think a lot of that finish has a lot to do with his follow through. You know, he's getting down and over that left knee. This is where you tell your pitcher, make it happen here. You don't want to run a full count. It is the pitcher up.
Curveball swung on and missed. And another strikeout for Aaron Nola. He has struck out 5 through the first 5 innings. Jordy Mercer provides the Pirates with their first hit of the night. Pitch, and it's the Hers Kids retro pullover jacket for children 14 and under. We got some folks that are sporting those pullovers right now. That is a sharp looking jacket. Go to Phillies.com for more information and to order your tickets. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for putting those on, modeling them for us.
They are sharp, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. It was a great giveaway last year. Obviously, they've changed up the design this year to make it a little different. Ivan Nova's wrapping up his warm-up tosses. Folks are still visiting the Majestic Clubhouse store, getting some items to get them through the rest of the summer.
Murph and I were down the store today, and man, they have some great items down there. They really, really do.
In fact, they have a wide selection. I won't say wide selection, but they have a selection now of socks that you can get, including the ones the players are wearing. Josh Harrison is sporting them out at second base. So is Daniel Nava, as Aaron Nola takes a strike from Ivan Nova to begin the bottom of the fifth. Pitch count for Nova. And Aaron Nola checks his swing. He was starting to walk away, but first base umpire Ryan Blakeney says, nope, you didn't swing. Little dribbler in front of the plate, and I believe Aaron Nola is out. The ball hit him out of the box. Pretty clear explanation from Chad Fairchild. 2 unassisted on the putout.
Left foot still in the box?
He was still in the box, yeah. It is not reviewable.
To me, like his left foot.
Yeah, and if the hitter in that case, yeah, you're right, it was.
Yeah.
If you're a hitter in that case and you inadvertently hit the baseball, it's still a live baseball. If he had kicked it, then it would have been what Chad Fairchild called.
Aaron doesn't seem too worried about it. Did that miss him?
His socks made him spry. Yeah, loaded up.
Where are the jimmies?
That is not a small helping right there.
No jimmies?
Man's going right to work, Ben. Up and in, 2-2 to Daniel Nava. Phillies on this most recent road trip hit .238. Had 21 extra base hits. They did average a little more than 4 runs per game. Partly because yesterday that kind of pushed them over the 4-run mark. They were just a hair under it going into yesterday's ball game. Poked foul, and it remains 2-2.
It was pretty hot in Arizona, huh?
It was hot outside. Inside, it was anywhere between 78 and 83 at Chase Field, depending on how much they wanted to turn the air conditioning on.
I didn't hear you barking about the roof being closed there.
I would still prefer the roof to be open. It was very dark inside. It's America's pastime, Ben. It's supposed to be played outside, particularly if you have a retractable roof.
A great at bat here by Daniel Nava. Continues to see pitches. Same thing as last at bat. He did not get a hit. His second at bat, he got one his first at bat, but sees a lot of pitches. It just shows me that he really trusts himself. He knows the strike zone. Pitch number 8 on its way.
And ball 4. So Nava draws the walk. He's been on base twice tonight. He went out base runner for Freddie Galvis. It's now time for our Citizens Bank minor league report. And yesterday, Lehigh Valley defeated Rochester 3-0. Brandon Lebrand, 6 innings, no earned runs. I believe that was his second start. Reading defeated Richmond in 11 innings. Kyle Martin has now hit 15 home runs. Another first baseman for the Phils. Clearwater lost to Tampa. JoJo Romero went 6 1/3 scoreless. And Lakewood defeated Hagerstown. Rangers Suarez with 5 strikeouts over 7 innings. Tonight, Reading is leading Richmond 7-3. Mitch Walding has hit his 20th home run for the Fightins. Get that average up a little bit. He's hitting the long ball. Adam Hazley, Phil's #1 pick, has helped Williamsport to a 3-2 lead over West Virginia. He has a single, a double, a walk, and 2 runs. Freddie Galvis to center field. Going back on it is McCutcheon. Out toward the track, runs it down. A little boost of adrenaline for Freddie today.
Ball sounded good off the bat. That's the wrong man to hit it to in the wrong part of the ballpark. If his head had been down anymore, watch this. Head down on the baseball. Good extension. Get that foot down early. Good things can happen.
Into the waiting hands of the former Gold Glover. Maikel Franco is 2 for 2. He has a 2-run home run tonight. So we're going to miss it. It's 0-1.
Amazing how many curveballs he's thrown in the dirt tonight. I mean, until you get to 2 strikes, it's just a pitch that you can just lay off if you can pick up the rotation.
Yeah, he's only thrown a few of them within the strike zone.
Yeah.
We saw one earlier in this at bat to Franco. We saw one to Aaron Nola. Quick throw over to first. Nava with a short lead. Two balls, 2 strikes. He hurt himself on that?
Yeah, throwing his back out a little bit.
He actually swung at that. I mean, technically, he swung at that. Fortunately, as Nova throws this pitch here, it's not going to matter. 3-2. Franco doing a little Fred Flintstone in the batter's box. Tommy Joseph on deck. Nava goes. 3-2 is swung on and missed. Franco down on strikes. No runs, no hits, and one man left for the Phillies. That's what I'm talking about. Throw a little more chocolate sauce on there. We'll go to the 6th. '17 season. As expected, Freddie is performing at a Gold Glove level, the middle of the diamond. The Phillies shortstop is doing it with the glove and now with the bat. Galvis is heading into the All-Star break with an offensive boost, putting together his best month of the season with a .287 average in June, while batting way above .300 in the last 2 weeks. Glove, bat, leadership role. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. All of the above for Freddie Galvis tonight. The Fanatic is buying into the Game of Thrones night here at Citizens Bank Park.
How can he see?
I don't know. It's all a feel, Ben. I didn't know they had rubber bands back then.
Of course.
Rubber bands and gaff tape or duct tape. It'll fix anything. Adam Frazier leads it off as we begin the top of the 6th inning. And the first pitch is in there. It's 0-1. Frazier's walked. He's also flied out to center field. Curveball hit towards second. Blanco to his right. Boy, it's a shame that so far the only hit is that ball that just went off the glove of Maikel Franco in the 5th inning. That's how good Aaron Nola's been tonight. Here it is.
Just a hair sooner. That goes down as an L5.
Harrison's 0 for 2. He is struck out and flied out to left. This guy's turned into a really good player over the years. Was rewarded with a contract extension a couple seasons ago. Got out to a slow start, but then picked it back up again. And this year, he's been solid. And for the All-Star game, he could be used as that utility guy all over the place. Off the hands, out towards second, knocked down by Blanco. 2 outs. And McCutcheon's coming up. Watch the Sixers take on the Jazz. Live stream the NBA Summer League with the NBC Sports app Wednesday at 9. And as always, follow CSN Philly for live updates. I'm excited to see what Isaiah Miles out of St. Joseph's is going to be able to do in this Summer League. Went over and played in France last year. And now is getting a shot to possibly reach his dream of being an NBA player. Had a fantastic senior season at St. Joseph's. Ben Simmons fan in the house.
They will be tall and athletic, that's for sure.
Line drive to left field for McCutcheon. And that'll go to the fence. Barehanded by Nava, who gets it in quickly. And McCutcheon will have his 16th double of the season.
Bat speed there, and Murph and I had the games in Pittsburgh earlier the season, and we were talking. It was just basically he was a shell of himself. But now this bat speed is right back to where we've seen it be over his career, basically, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That ball smoked. He can still run too. I mean, he hit the second base easily.
See that those numbers we were talking about before. Ralph Kiner in 1946 with 15 home runs before the All-Star break. Jason Bay on that list. Warren Morris, former College World Series hero. And now the 0-2 pitch coming to Bell. Inside, 1-2.
He was also a fellow LSU Tiger, was he not, Warren Morris? Remember that? Hit that home run to win it all.
Yeah, magical moment.
Incredible.
Never really translated into the big leagues, as Bell is tied up with that fastball. Down swinging, 6 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. No runs, a hit, 1 man left in scoring position. Aaron Nola and the Phillies lead the Pirates 4-0. ShopChooseNissan.com. By WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. And by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. Tommy Joseph will jumpstart things here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Phillies are on top 4-0. A view from the Diamond Club where we were last year for our game in the stands. Or 2 years ago, I should say. Last year, we were up at Harry the K's. Ben is still picking popcorn out of his hair. And July 26th, why are they in our seats? One ball, no strikes to Tommy Joseph. Right there over the Turkey hillside is where we will be sitting. Bouncer out to shortstop. Jordy Mercer's up with it. And now one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Then Nick Williams is coming to the plate. Williams tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first and grounded out to shortstop. And a liner out toward left center field. That'll be in for a base hit for Williams. He's running hard. McCutchen has it. He's going to second. The throw, not in time. That's a hustling double for Nick Williams. His first major league double.
It's a good piece of hitting. But what I like about it is, and it also helps have a 4-0 lead. If you get thrown out there, so what? You're still up 4-0. But he hustles right out of the box. He's thinking 2 the whole way. It had to have been a perfect throw to get Nick Williams to second base. It's a good throw by McCutchen in center field, but it wasn't a great throw. You see Nick make it in there, and that's the advantage you have offensively if your ball clubs up by a few runs. You can take advantage, you can take liberties such as Nick Williams did.
Just does add a different dimension. That speed. So he's in scoring position. Andres Blanco is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and he's flied out to left.
An awkward swing there by Andres.
Can't keep flying off the bat. I don't know how he doesn't hurt himself when he does that. He does that so often with those pitches inside.
This looks like it hurts. Looks like it hurt more than if he got hit.
Bouncer right side. Williams goes over to third as Harrison throws out Blanco. Yeah, there are 2 outs. Odubel Herrera's coming up. Tomorrow, join the Phillies with our annual Salute to Veterans celebration presented by Toyota. Phillies Pirates game is a special 4:05 start. There's a presentation of state flags, the all-service color guard, and honoring of the U.S. veterans during the pregame ceremony, which begins at 3:30. Folks are getting into the holiday spirit a little early. Or right smack dab in the middle of what has been a great holiday weekend. Odubel takes strike one in the inner half. Game's not going exactly where that young man had hoped, but he's still enjoying a good night at the ballpark. Over to shortstop. Mercer has it, and he slings it across the diamond in time to get Herrera. No runs, one hit, and one man left. We have played 6. We'll move on to the 7th inning with the Phillies on top. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. The Phillies got 2 in the first on Freddie Galvis's home run. Got 2 more in the third on Maikel Franco's 2-run home run. And then it's been Aaron Nola who has stood the test of time. He's allowed 2 hits over 6 innings. And the Phils leading 4-0 as we move to the top of the 7th inning. And Nola will face David Freese, Gregory Polanco, and Francisco Cervelli for the Pirates. And Freese pokes it down the right field line. That'll be in for a base hit. He'll hold up at first as Williams will play it in. And 3 hits allowed by Aaron Nola. And now it's time for the Jeep Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. All right, Ben, here we go. What Phillies pitcher did Andrew McCutchen hit an inside the park home run off in 2014?
Did you have anything to do with this question?
I did not.
You did not? I'm going to say Jerome Williams. And I'm going to say that because, do you remember?
I do not.
Going through the interview process for this job.
Right.
That was part of, I had to do an inning. And that was the inning that we did together, like as a mock broadcast.
My gosh, you didn't leave an impact on me. I don't remember.
Well, thanks a lot, big guy.
That wasn't nice.
But very funny.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. And thank you for auditioning and playing Jeep Stump the Fans. That's funny. Now you mentioned it. Yeah, I do remember it.
You're just saying that. Remember, we're over at the TCN studio.
One ball and no strikes to Polanco, who was flied out and he's grounded out. Jerome was a likable fella.
Great guy.
Polanco fouls it back to the screen. One and two. Watch out, Hump. Humpy.
That was a terrible effort. Terrible.
Over on the third base side, Andy Rabel saying, I could have got that. That is way up there down the right field line. Long run, and that's a fair ball. It drops in as Nick Williams fires it to second, and it nails either Freddie Galvis or David Freese. Freddie is hurt, holding his knee as he is down on the ground, and his ankle now. The athletic trainer for the Pirates will come out and take a look at David Freese. Scott Sheridan's coming out to take a look at Freddie Galvis. It looks like it is Freddie's ankle, not his knee. Freese is okay. He made Joey Cora laugh, his third base coach.
Everyone just overruns it. And that's tough when you have three guys that are not used to playing with each other in that Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, the ball hit Freese. The body of Freese then forced Freddie Galvis to jar over and then turn his ankle right there.
Yep.
I think Freddie's okay. Let's hope. Yeah, I'm surprised Freese isn't banged up a little bit more, because that was a seed that Nick Williams threw.
Sure was. Very good arm strength.
Now, in reality, that was probably Nick's ball in the long run, because he was coming in, probably had the clearest view of it. Andres Blanco and Tommy Joseph were going back. But it's going to go down as a base hit. Francisco Cervelli is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out to short. Back toward the middle, off the mound. Blanco has it, flips to second for one. That's all they'll get, but it's a fantastic play all the way around.
And what it does, it keeps the double play still in order. That was an excellent play. I think the mound was definitely Aaron Nola's friend right there.
It's not an easy hop, though, for Blanco.
No, it's not. Best thing he did was secure the baseball first. Secures it. Throws it, good hands by Freddie, too, to go down and get that ball.
Jordy Mercer's been on base twice. And Nola delivers at the knees, 0-1.
You could put up some numbers locating your fastball there.
Curveball, 1-2. 78 miles an hour on that curve from Aaron Nola.
He has gotten into a couple patterns tonight where he's going fastball, off speed. But if you throw it like that, I don't care if you fall into that pattern. That was that nasty.
Does it again, and he got him on strikes. 7 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. 2 away here in the 7th. John Jaso is coming up as a pinch hitter.
Goes back to that hook. Uncle Charlie.
Bob McClure is coming out to talk to Nola.
Little scouting report here. Mercer way out in front of that one.
.91 pitches for Aaron Nola. LeBlanc is the left-hander. Nicasio is the right-hander for the Pirates, loosening up because Jaso is going to pinch hit for Ivan Nova here. Pete is on the phone. He's going to get somebody up. Looks like it's Neshek who's going to start to loosen. Phillies have 2 great fireworks shows scheduled later on this week. Thursday when they wrap up the series against the Pirates, that's a 6:05 start. And then Friday when San Diego is here, that's a 6:35 first pitch. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. The fireworks show sponsored by Xfinity. All right, so Jaso 6 for 16 as a pinch hitter. He's been hot overall lately. Hitting .341 in his last 31 games. And the dirt 1-0. The changeup. He hasn't thrown many recently. It's 1-2 to Jaso.
The speed is one thing, but the location is another. Deadly combination right there.
One ball, 2 strikes to John Jaso. And the pitch from Nola. Upstairs, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Try to change up again. It's 3-2. Adam Frazier's on deck.
Tommy Joseph's going to play behind Cervelli at first base. Left-handed hitting Jaso up.
Runner goes from first. Pitch is hit foul. And Cervelli will head back. Aaron Nola has struck out 7 so far. He has scattered 4 hits in 6 2/3. And a foul ball in and out of the glove of Cameron Rupp. Shack continues to warm. Cervelli goes. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. He wins the battle and strikes out his 8th hitter of the night. And he's going to get a standing ovation as he exits the mound here in the top of the 7th inning. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. Phillies will take a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. You don't think that'll fuel you when you walk off the hill? It certainly will. Aaron Nola has been exceptional here tonight for the Phils. Let's take a look at our GMC precision plays and what Aaron Nola has done here tonight.
It didn't give up a hit till the 5th inning, but the fastball was on point. The curveball was ridiculous. Mixing a few changeups later in the ball game, but he just had it working. He was ahead in counts and able to finish guys off as well. 7 strong thus far for Aaron Nola. Here are your GMC precision plays.
For the last couple of days, you got Pivetta, 7 innings, 1 hit. And Nola, 7 innings and 4 hits. Pivetta didn't strike many out, but he didn't really need to. This goes back to what we were talking about before about the starting staff. This young staff has pitched better as the season has moved on. Looks like Aaron Nola is getting congratulated. Aaron Altair is out of the on-deck circle. Wade LeBlanc is on to pitch for the Pirates. And Cameron Rupp takes inside. One ball, 1 strike to Rupp. Wade LeBlanc, who used to be a starting pitcher and now has migrated into the bullpen. That'll find the seats off the first base side, and it's 1-2. Joaquin Benoit warming up in the bullpen. A strike 3 call. Now I got Chad Fairchild's cadence down. 1 out here in the 7th. 2 legends, 2 bobble figurines, 1 great offer. It's the Toyota Bobble Bundle. Toyota Mike Schmidt bobble figurine given out on Saturday, and the Toyota Pete Rose bobble figurine given out on Friday, August 11th. Now we've got a special offer. It's $19.80 a ticket per game in honor of the 80 World Series champions. You must order both games together as a bundle. Visit Phillies.com/Toyota Bundle for more information. Outside to Aaron Altair, 1-1. Pete said he was giving Aaron off today because he didn't have a particularly good day yesterday offensively. He had a couple balls, though, to right field that were really well hit.
Yes, he did.
There's a liner out to left to Frazier. And I think that's, where you can see the growth of Altair, who is, quite frankly, a borderline all-star this year. And if you look at Conforto's numbers and you compare him to Altair, they're fairly similar. Daniel Nava is 1 for 2. Oh, and 2 to Nava. Nava's been on base twice today. He singled and scored in the first, grounded out, and then walked in the 5th inning. Over to third. David Freese knocks it down. That ball had a lot of spin on it. And a 1-2-3 7th inning for LeBlanc. Nothing across. Time to head into the Phillies bullpen as we go to the 8th. 4-0 Phils. Dealers. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEFF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Can you grow your hair like that, Ben?
Not like that, but that is awesome. I mean, awesome.
I would think that takes a little work.
It's a heck of a fade up, I know that.
Time now for our Hyundai defensive plays of the game.
Well, Andres Blanco, he smothers one here off Gregor Blanco. or Polanco, I should say. It's an excellent play on the Tommy Joseph. And then here, this just really saves the inning for Aaron Nola. First and second, nobody out. Gets this one, secures it, and on to Freddie for the force play. Aaron able to get out of that inning unscathed. They are your Hyundai defensive plays of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Well, Joaquin Benoit will take over for Nola. Nola went 7, allowed 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. He now has 131 strikeouts through his first 20 career home games, as Williams goes to left and Altair goes to right, which surpasses Cole Hamels for most strikeouts by a Phillies pitcher in his first 20 home starts since 1913. I think that's a startling statistic, even though it's, somewhat obtuse. I mean, it's startling that Aaron Nola, who's not a strikeout pitcher, would pass somebody like Cole Hamels, who I think is more of a strikeout pitcher.
Yes.
Well, he was really good tonight, and it was nice to see. It's 3 consecutive outings where he's been strong, and almost everyone since coming back from the DL. Outside, 2-1 to Frazier. Every time a Phillies pitcher retires, the opposition 1-2-3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. That's popped foul. Inside, 3-2. Frazier is 0 for 2 tonight. He walked his first time up, stole a base, and then flied out to center and grounded out to second base. There's Harrison. Ground ball to second base. Blanco is there. Throws out the hustling Frazier. 1 away. Josh Harrison's coming up. Let's check in with Murphy. He's got an update on what's going on around baseball.
It's the Unlimited Baseball Break presented by T-Mobile, Tom. And, well, the Home Run Derby is starting to shape up as the All-Star Game is approaching. And I think a lot of folks heard the news they wanted to hear today. 2 different Yankees joining up to be a part of the Home Run Derby. Gary Sanchez is going to do it, but also Aaron Judge, who lots of folks said it wouldn't be a Home Run Derby without him. He has said yes today. He'll be in it. Giancarlo Stanton, Cody Bellinger also in it. Miguel Sano also says he is going to swing as well, so it's starting to shape up. And speaking of the All-Star Game, Mike Trout, of course, was voted in as a starter for the American League outfield. However, today he and the Angels put out a statement saying that he would not be able to participate in the game. Obviously still recovering from that surgery he had on his thumb because of the torn ligaments. However, that's the bad news, but the good news is, especially if you're an Angels fan, Mike Trout is very close to being able to play in some rehab games. In fact, they are sending him down to their Class A affiliate. He's going to go through a workout later this week, and they are going to decide where he will start his rehab games. So Mike Trout working his way back from injury. We won't see him down in Miami, but we will see him back out on the baseball field pretty soon. That's good news, guys.
Yeah, it sure is. Mookie Betts, by the way, is going to slide in for Mike Trout. Betts of the 8 RBIs the other day in the game with the Red Sox, as Andrew McCutchen will walk to the plate. It is going to be incredible to see during the home run derby how far Stanton and Judge and Justin Bour are going to hit that baseball. I mean, Sanchez is a good hitter too, but the way those three have hit long home runs this year, whew.
Plus, we know how big that ballpark is and how small they're going to make it look.
Because Stanton makes left field look small anyway.
Yes.
During a regular game or during batting practice. No balls and 1 strike to McCutchen. And he fouls it back. It's 0-2. Well, here's a look at the final vote contestants in the American League and the National League. There's Justin Bour, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rendon. Mark Reynolds has had an excellent year for the Rockies. Justin Turner, who has missed a month but is still hitting the heck out of the baseball. In the American League, you got Andrews, Bogarts, Gregorius, Logan Morrison, and Mike Moustakas. You can go to MLB.com or the respective sites of each of the major league teams to vote. Young lady all ready for the 4th of July. Yeah, the dirt 2-2. Kutchin's trying to stay alive. Boy, he hit one that went right in and out of the hands of a gentleman wearing a McCutchen jersey. He had it.
You know, he just spoiled a really good pitch by Joaquin Benoit.
Now another. Popped him up, shallow left field. Freddie Galvis says he has it, and he puts it away. A 1-2-3, 8th inning for Joaquin Benoit. We have completed 7.5. It's time to move to the bottom of the 8th with the Phillies on top 4-0. It'll be photo night here at Citizens Bank Park. Come out early. Field access begins at 5:05. Take photos of your favorite Phillies player. the Philly fanatic as well. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Tomorrow, everybody's celebrating the 4th of July. We hope everybody's enjoyed their weekend. And it continues to be a safe one. Here at the ballpark, the Phillies lead it 4-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Game 1 of a 4-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The first pitch from LeBlanc to Freddie Galvis, taken down low, 1-0. Two to Freddie. Freddie tonight has homered. He reached on a bunt single and then flied out to fairly deep center field where McCutchen tracked it down. Little tapper back over the mound. Harrison is up with it.
Nice play.
Yep, throws him out for the first out here in the 8th. Powerball is $121 million. That goes off this Wednesday, and then if you don't play Wednesday, you can play for Saturday. And the Mega Millions, well, that's at 172. You're not going to have to wait too much longer for that one. That's Tuesdays and Fridays. Around the city, we get our first glimpse of the fireworks shows, the various fireworks shows that are popping around. Don't forget to come out later on this week for the 2 here at Citizens Bank Park. 0-1 to Franco. And 2.
And that is a nasty changeup. Featured it last inning and continues to throw it here in his 2nd inning of work.
One ball and 2 strikes to Franco. And 2-2. Back toward the middle. LeBlanc has it. And he'll flip over to first. Franco is retired. There are 2 outs. And that'll bring Tommy Joseph to the plate. Well, as we head toward the end of this ball game, we want to send our condolences out to the family of Henry Clay, longtime radio broadcaster, reporter here in the city of Philadelphia. Henry passed away the last couple of days. And since I have been coming to First Veterans Stadium and Citizens Bank Park as a writer first and then as a broadcaster, I would always see the likes of Henry Clay and Mike Luongo and Jack O'Rourke, Tom Maloney from KYW, folks like that who would do interviews after the game and send those interviews out to various news organizations. And we haven't seen Henry around the ballpark in recent years, but he passed away over the last couple of days. And, you know, there's a long line of writers and broadcasters that, you know, make an impact on Philadelphia sports. And for a lot of the radio broadcasters and radio reporters, A lot of it's behind the scenes, getting interviewed, getting tape, as they used to call it. And Henry was one of those guys. So we'd like to send our condolences out to his family and to all of his friends in the Philadelphia area. No balls and 1 strike to Tommy Joseph. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The radio section tonight is manned by Mike Luongo and Ed Benkin from KYW. And at the Vet, it used to be off to the right in sort of the same spot. Guys like Skip Clayton were there. There's Mike in the red and Ed with the glasses on in the first row. We'll move on to the top of the 9th inning. The Phillies on top of the Pirates, 4-0. Ricky Metallica without their ties, chatting about tonight's ball game and about the outing put together by Aaron Nola, the effective outing put together by Aaron Nola, as he continues to pitch well since his return from the disabled list. They'll also talk about Freddie's home run in his first at bat. Maikel Franco had a big night, including a 2-run home run, and Nick Williams and his impact so far. It's all coming up on Phillies Postgame Live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. There is Hector Neris trying to close out the 2nd shutout of the year for the Phils. Nola went 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Nola's 7 innings and 8 strikeouts and no runs. It's the first start of that kind for him this year. So Hector's trying to get the last 3 outs. First pitch to Bell in there. It's 0-1.
Get 3 outs the quickest way you can do it.
This is not a save situation, but at this point the Phils are trying to get as many wins as possible. They reached the midway point with this game tonight at 27-53, trying to reach it at 28-53. 0-2. Got it. Back-to-back splits within the strike zone, but the speed knocked Bell off. 1 out.
And Bell struck out on an Aaron Nola fastball inside his last time up on a very awkward swing. This swing here is very awkward itself. He's just pulling out. That's very awkward. And with no stride.
David Freese takes a pitch inside, 1-0. Freese is 1 for 3. 1-ball, 2 strikes. Well, tomorrow we'll be on the air at 4 o'clock on CSN. Phillies will send Mark Leiter to the mound. Jamison Tyone will start for the Pirates. Over to left side, charging is Franco. Gregory Polanco, the hitter, and he swings at the first pitch. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's almost as if he was looking for a changeup there. Center field. Odubel Herrera is under it, and he puts it away, and the Phillies have shut out the Pirates 4-0. It's only the second shutout of the year for the Phils as Aaron Nola, Joaquin Benoit, and Hector Neris combine to beat the Pirates in Game 1 of this 4-game series.
You always like to win that first one. I don't care if it's a 3-game series, a 2-game series, or a 4-game series like they have with these Buccos. Always good to get that first one.
Now, the Pirates have lost 4 straight for the 4th time this year. The Phillies win at 4-0. You saw Galvis. He was a big deal tonight. You saw Franco. He was a big deal offensively tonight. And probably the biggest deal of them all was Aaron Nola. Let's take a look at our WB Mason deliveries of the game. Speaking of those 2 big deals offensively.
Yeah, first inning, Freddie Galvis, early in count, swinging 417 feet later. Phillies go up and end up being the game winner. 2-run homer there for Freddie. And then in the 3rd inning, Maikel Franco, first pitch swinging, gets an elevated sinker. Just ekes it out here over the left field wall. Put the fighting Phils up 4-0. And the new daddy, Freddie Galvis, is down on the field with our Greg Murphy. Murph?
It has been a long day for Freddie Galvis, but a great day for Freddie Galvis. First off, let's talk baseball. You know what? You guys attacked Ivan Nova right off the bat. It looked like maybe even a little bit of a different approach against Nova than you've had in the past. You guys get things started quickly. Was that the idea, to go right after him?
Yeah, it was good to get a couple of runs in the first inning. After that, Nola, he just set it up. He do a pretty good job, man. He threw the ball pretty good today, and we scored some runs. And yeah.
Here it comes. Hold on a second, gentlemen.
I don't know if it's ever been that choreographed before.
That was well done. Well, that'll wake you up, right?
Yeah.
You know, this batting in the 2-hole in the lineup has really seemed to have agreed with you. You're batting .300 since being moved into that 2 spot. Is there anything about that? Is there something you like about batting second in the lineup?
Yeah, I really like it. I feel like I have to push myself to help the team to score some runs and try to put good at bat. I think I feel pretty comfortable right now and just try to go from there.
Okay. Most importantly, the birth of your second daughter today, Nicole. Your wife Anna giving birth this morning, early this morning, 5:30.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and then you go out and hit the 2-run home run to top it. That's a pretty special day.
Yeah, it's a pretty special day. Like I said before, my second daughter. Thank God, you know, it's healthy, everything is good. You said before, it was a long day. I went to the hospital around 2 a.m. and went to bed around 9 a.m., something like that. But, you know, thank God I have the opportunity to come here to the field and try to help the team to win the game.
And you certainly did that today. Congratulations. I would tell you to go get some sleep, but that's not going to happen anytime soon.
No, I'm going back to the hospital and come back for the game tomorrow.
All right, Freddie, congrats. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph, we appreciate that. It was a heck of a night for the Phils and for Freddie Galvis. It's turned out to be a heck of a July 3rd for Freddie. The same can be said for Aaron Nola, who's our Chevrolet player of the game.
As well he should be. The fastball was dominant, the changeup good, the breaking ball was there. But I just like the pinpoint accuracy of that fastball tonight. Seemingly very good finish on that pitch. Induced a lot of ground balls. And always nice to get out to a 4-0 lead, let Aaron Nola just take over and do the rest from there. But kept his fielders in the game. He also got some good defensive help from Andres Blanco. But overall, 8 strikeouts, just the 1 walk. He'd take that any day of the week for Aaron Nola. Well done.
Well, Aaron Nola has certainly pitched well since coming off the disabled list, and he puts together a gem tonight as the Phillies win it 4-0. After some first-inning fireworks from Freddie Galvis, they were able to ride it to a victory. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.